You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode, holy shit, episode 22, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. I almost just choked to death in the first 10 seconds of the show. Is this a show? This isn't a show. So, last week was conspiracy stuff, and I actually kind of had a lot of fun going on and on about that. And I was wondering, I don't know, some people seem to dig that, maybe some people don't. Should I dabble in this? Like, I don't want to say its own separate series, but should I, here and there, do a conspiracy episode about my personal beliefs and other things that I've seen across the internet? I know it's definitely not groundbreaking and some new unique style, but I do think that it would be something fun to talk about, especially because I'm kind of a fucking weirdo, so you might get some weird shit out of me, and you know, that's always fun. So I don't know, I did have fun talking about that. So this week we're going to talk about, is the earth really flat? I'm just lying. That's not what we're going to talk about. I guess this week it's kind of like I don't want to say a public service announcement, but we're going to call it like a public service announcement. And that is, stay in school. If you have the opportunity to stay in school, please do so. If you have the opportunity to go back to school in higher education of sorts, please do this as well. This is definitely something that I wish I would have fucking done. And what led me to talk about this today is shit, I can't even remember what the fuck. We were walking around today getting the kids clothes from some outlet mall or something like that, and I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about or what made me think about it. But I remember when I was like in the middle of being, in my mind, the next big thing, like sitting around waiting for these record labels to just call and pick me up, and then I was just, you know, I was about to be that dude. In the midst of all of this, I entirely gave up on school. I gave up on school like before that, but as far as continuing school or I guess continuing school for something which could have, you know, been beneficial to me, I already had it all figured out. Like, what, 15 years ago? Probably longer than that. Well, probably 15 years ago as well. But probably 20 years ago now. Like, you couldn't tell me that right now at 36, 37, whatever the fuck I am, 36. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to be in a mansion with a Rolls Royce and a jet and a yacht, and just everybody fucking knows me and I'm the biggest thing popping. Like, you couldn't, there was, and I know it sounds like, oh yeah, sure I could. You really couldn't. Like, I felt like, especially at the time, I felt that I had the skills to back it up, and I thought I was like the fucking, you can't fuck with me, and somehow or another this would get to the right people, and see, that's where it kind of got me fucked up. So I guess you could say that this week's episode isn't just stay in school, but it's you gotta do the work that's necessary to succeed. I'd say 0.1% of all success stories are just by luck, you know, like purely luck, you know, the minimal effort, all luck. I think all the rest of successful people have had to do their fair share of trying to make that happen for themselves. And where, and I guess what I'm talking about is, like I said, I made these songs. My friends and I made these songs, hundreds of songs, like literally hundreds of songs, original songs, stolen beats, fucking freestyle, this and that, and videos, and I feel like we had the drive, we had the dream, we had the ambition, we had the skill, as far as I thought, to take it to that next level. But what we didn't do is what was necessary, and really push and be persistent and consistent, and go to the places we needed to go and do the things we had to do. Like when the AJM Records dude and Darren Johnson, one or the other. I got a card somewhere still. I kept it like a trophy of things that never were. He gave me this card, and he's like, fucking Ashanti is under our label, and we need someone like you. And what I think he meant by that at the time was, we need a fucking fire white dude, because that was like kind of turning into like a popular new niche kind of thing. It was still new at the time, aside from the main players, fucking Eminem, Bubba Sparks, and I don't even think Yellow Wolf was out at the time. But there was always the underground dudes idea and fucking all those guys. But I don't really know how tapped that market was at the time. But so he's like, unless that's not what he meant, unless he just meant someone that could do what I was doing at the time. These motherfuckers outside this room are fucking wildin'. They know what the fuck time it is. Fucking listen to them yelling, kids. Fuck. Lost my fucking. So he gave me the card, and he's like, I need you to come down to my office and let's talk about some things. And I want to say his office was in either New Jersey or New York City. I think it was New Jersey though. And I, at the time, had a pocket full of money, thousands and thousands of dollars. I had a vehicle, I had a driver's license, and I lived at home. And I had nothing but fucking opportunity. I had a job that I could just take as much time as I want off, paid or unpaid. Either way, it wasn't like it was going to affect me at all. And I had people that would, if I was a sissy and didn't want to go by myself, I had people that would go with me. I had people that would drive me. I had people that were just all around supportive. And but instead I just said, fuck, I'm gonna go there for what does that CD that I gave you wasn't enough, or what you can get on my fucking MySpace wasn't enough, and multiple things, and that was 6.5 hours away. I fucked up things that were 45 minutes away, and I was sitting there with the fucking time and the vehicle, but instead I wanted to get drunk, and I didn't drink and drive. So I'm not going to the studio to meet this Green Lantern dude, whoever the fuck that is. Why would I want to do that? Why would you want to do that, Kyle? So stay in school, stay in school is the big message. I really do. I know some people have said, like, don't let school get in the way of your education or something like that, but you gotta know some shit. I just want to let you know, school for the most part is a big pain in the balls, but it is what you make of it. And if you fucking get some of this information that they give to you, or that they're offering for free, you could continue getting this education for free. And I mean, dude, I know people that have degrees that make a lot more money than me, that we went to the same fucking school. We went to the same fucking ghetto ass fucking Nathaniel Rochester, and the one dude's a fucking like a scientist, and I don't mean like, you know, he's like the dude is a legitimate some sort of scientist. I know a doctor who also came out of that school. I don't know what the fuck he's got a doctorate in, but he's a fucking doctor. And I know a lot of people that, well, no, I shouldn't say a lot, because there wasn't really a lot of us, but there were people that put their fucking mind to it, and now they're doing all right for themselves. And yeah, I mean, it paid off. And I don't know my fucking multiplication tables, but I know a lot about the Civil War because I was in 7th grade so many times that I learned that over and over again. Actually, my knowledge is probably a little rusty at this point, but I can't stress enough to anyone with the opportunity. And even if you're older, if you're my age, if you're in between my age and high school age, if you're into a trade, if you're into something, man, fucking go hard on that shit. If you do make music, if you're that next dude, if you feel like you're that next dude, fucking do what's necessary. Travel, make the appropriate arrangements to do what you gotta do. Because I can guarantee you, if you don't, unless you're completely delusional, you will be sitting here like me all these years later saying, I wish I would have done this differently. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. And it's not a good feeling. To think about what could have been is painful at times, because as big-headed as it might seem, I felt like I had what it took to be popular, or to be accepted, or, you know, to be good at what I was doing. Man, in the early 2000s, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I was that dude. So I'm like, and I know everyone said, yeah, I was that dude too. And I was that fucking dude. And compared to what was there, the skill level, like I was up there. I feel like one of these days I'm gonna fucking pull out that hard drive and fucking get some of the old shit, and just not quality wise, because the quality was whack as fuck. But as far as like people that I knew and people that knew them and people that knew each other, there wasn't nobody else had that. Like nobody else had fucking their own recordings of anything. You know what I mean? So it was I don't know, it seems so long ago now, but anyway, my point is fucking do your thing, man. Do whatever it is you're gonna do, and just really fucking do it. Like I told you, I bought this fucking house because a fucking psychic on the side of the canal told me to stop being afraid. You know, the card said to stop being afraid and fucking and do it. And I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that's what made me do it. Could be the fact that I stole a cat and I wasn't allowed to have cats too. Could be the fact we were outgrowing the place, but it was that stupid little assurance, that not even an assurance. What would you call it? Motivation, maybe, to just stop being afraid and fucking do it. And maybe I didn't go and meet with AJM Records, or go meet Green Lantern, or go do whatever. Man, my boy is over there yelling at people on that fucking video game. He need to fucking chill. Motherfucker need to stay in school and get off the headset. Anyway. Maybe I should go back to doing these first thing in the fucking morning. But really, what I'm getting at is just, please do what you can to the best of your ability. My friend that died, he told me a long ass time ago, over 20 years ago now, he said, when you get a job, because at the time I only like helped my dad on the weekends and shit at work, and here and there, even then. Do you hear this, boy? I don't know if y'all can hear it. This motherfucker is crazy. He told me, he said, whatever you do, if you're if you're working at McDonald's, if you're doing masonry, if you're doing landscaping, he said, do it, be the best. He said, if you're making burgers, make the best fucking burgers. Everything you do the best that you can. He's like, and you will feel better about yourself, and the people around you will feel better about you as well. And I wish it wouldn't have been all these years later that I really kind of absorbed that information, and I'm glad that I remember it, because it's true, man. And I know some jobs and some of this, like, fuck this job, I could be doing this or that, but right now, right then, that's what you're doing. And why would you sell yourself short? And if you have a bigger goal, if you have a bigger... This motherfucker he got music going. He's finna get me a copyright strike on this shit or something. Man, what the fuck? I'm scared to pause it because, like, last time this shit fucked up. I'm gonna tell this dude, come on, son. Fucking Sony Records is gonna flag this joint. Anyway, if you're doing whatever you're doing, whatever it is, whatever you're doing, and you have a bigger plan, I would say to go for it, to do it. But right then, while you're doing what you're doing, do it the best you can and be the best person that you can be. It will help you later when you get to the level that you're trying to get at, and when you get to your dream job or your dream position or your dream career or your dream what the fuck ever, your dream school, you will already have it in you that you're gonna say, this, I'm fucking about to do this. Get the fuck out of my way, And I think that's a trait that a lot of people are getting. Yeah, I know the money's not great out there, and it never starts great. Like, I was telling someone the other day. Someone was telling me, "Oh yeah, if this job sucks or whatever, I'm not about to stay, or I'm not about to do this, or I'm not about to do that." Like, dude, you're at this. You went to this job because you needed something from them. Like, they didn't need nothing from you. I guarantee Walmart does not need nothing from you. They're not like, oh yeah. Oh, this dude right here, what's your name, sir? You need to come work for us. They're not fucking cherry picking out there, believe me. If you're at the basic bullshit job, me too. We're all there. We've all been there, and we're all trying to get to that next step. Or if you're where you're at, continue it on. But always do your best, man. And it's a good habit to get yourself into, and you'll feel more fulfilled about that shit. It makes me feel like I wasted a lot of my life. And it's sad because it's like chasing a dream. And it could be like this, this cinematic story of, I chased my dream and it just never happened. Nah, man, I ain't fucking, now that I'm old enough, I'm fucking pushing 40, I can say, you had the dream. You didn't fucking chase the dream, though. Doing a couple shows here and there and making a couple albums and fucking handing them out to a couple people, that's not chasing your dream, man. There's people out there that really did chase their dream and really did fucking make it, and some of it was a stroke of luck in the end, but the reason why they were there to capitalize on that stroke of luck is because they were still there fucking doing it. Nems is a person, like, he probably doesn't even remember, but I used to talk to him fucking years and years ago, in early 2000s or even maybe before that, and then periodically all throughout the whole time, I used to check in, and now Nems he's at where he's been trying to get to, this whole time. And some people say, oh, it's the bing bong thing or whatever. And yeah, I mean, all it takes is one little thing, but you also have to be in that space currently, to capitalize on whatever fluke may happen. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it the way that I'm visualizing it, but like I kind of stopped doing music after that one fucking song I put out, the last one, The Government Lies, that shit. And I haven't done anything since. And what if in between then and today, that opportunity had arisen? And it could have, I don't know. But I wasn't there. I wasn't making music. I wasn't out there. That catalog wasn't built. That wasn't available. That wasn't streaming. That wasn't original. Those beats weren't fresh. You know what I mean? Like, so you kind of have to be consistent and staying where you're at, and you can't just sit around waiting for fucking things to happen. It's not gonna happen. And I am the saddest case of, well, self-pity. I'm the saddest example of fucking wasted talent. And if me talking to the handful of people, and I fuck with you guys that do listen to this, don't waste your talent. Just make it happen. Make it work. Keep pushing that shit. If no one fucks with it, keep going. Don't worry. I see sometimes these get, fucking 20 listens. And it's those 20 people that I'm fucking talking to. And if it's 5 people, it's those 5 people that I'm talking to. And if it's 1,000,005, it's that 1,000,005 people that I'm talking to. I'm trying to make this something that you want to listen to. This is harder than a lot of people think. And yeah. And I'm trying, and I'm not doing everything that I could be doing, but I also, I don't want to, as stupid as this sounds, I don't want to go too fucking hard, because I'm still new to this whole podcasting thing. I haven't had any official guests. It's difficult. It's difficult to do, and I don't want to just go on full on and invest everything. Let's eat fucking ramen noodles for a little bit while I get this rig, and let's start doing video. And nah. Let's see if you need proof of concept somewhat. Son, if you're mad whack at rap, and you're like real whack, and everybody tells you that you're mad whack, keep doing your thing, like I said, but I also am a realist in the sense where sometimes shit just don't work. So I don't fancy myself as a professional podcaster. I believe is a term that's actual, like a real term now. But I'm not gonna go full on into this until I feel like it's I can. Because I can't right now, and I don't have the people, and I don't have the time to have the people to sit down to do what I need to do. But I'm hoping that the summer is going to free up some of that, because people are like traveling, and like people like getting together more in the summer than in the fucking winter. But school, man. Stay in school, whatever that means to you. Stay in that shit. Don't be like me. Don't like what people say, hope or wish in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one gets full first. Don't be like that. Don't do that to yourself. It's painful. It's long. You gotta actually go out there and do it. You gotta grind. You gotta put your neck out there. You gotta risk something. You gotta throw your pound of flesh on it. And I kind of did that here with Devastator. I feel like, anyway, I took it from being, some bullshit to help people with costs and stuff. And I said, you know what? Let's go all in. Let's put me into this, and not just my basic knowledge, super basic, elementary knowledge of mixing things in colors. Let's make this a part of me. So when you get that package, that's like, even it might not seem like it, but it's all like a part of me. Everything, you know, I touched everything. I fitted everything. Everything. I had something to do with it, and I made it a part of myself, and I took it to the next level that I thought it should be at. And maybe it's not even there. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But the people with that shit on their skin forever, I think to me that says that part of me is now has manifested. I hate when people are like, he manifested that, but I believe that part of me has manifested in other people's lives, whether they know me or not. And I hope I can continue to have that same pull with everybody, that not pull, but that well, yeah, pull, but like that gravitational, is that what it's called? You know, where it's like we're drawn to one another, and I'm drawn to try to deliver something that's worth something, you know. And really, if this shit is $8 and it's fucking not great, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I've had some people in the past fucking go fucking crazy, and they're like so fucking upset, and yes, I understand it's all of our hard-earned money that goes into this shit, but on the flip side, a small defense of my own is, son, if this shit didn't fucking operate the way you thought it was gonna, it was $8, dog. And if it's that big of a setback to you, you should not be buying this shit in general. You should be at the grocery store, or putting some fuel in your fucking vehicle, or putting it towards a bill or your fucking medication or something. Because, dude, I don't know what you want from me. I'm not fucking Sherwin-Williams. I'm not Crank. I'm not, you know, I'm literally like making this shit with my fucking two hands. And if it didn't perform, or you didn't read the description, you know, I apologize, man. But come on, man, like, what the fuck, you know, is some shit is $8, it's $9, it's $10. Like, I see motherfucker, you spent $10 on a fucking Burger King meal, you know what I mean? And that shit did its small part to killing you. I got you a Scribe that'll last you forever, depending on how fucking motivated you are. You know what I mean? No, I'm just fucking getting off track. I am. I've been off track. This shit's 28 minutes about staying in school, motherfucker. You listen. I got a diploma that I don't even know if it's 100% real or not. And then after I got that high school diploma, nobody ever asked me for that shit ever again. No, I did a year in college. And they never even asked to see that shit. They just asked me, did I have it? And I said, yeah. They were like, where's that money at? And I gave it to them, and they just let me come in. And that was fucked up. In my first year of college, my math class, my first year and last, my math class was remedial math, and the first class was recognizing whole numbers. Oh, son, I actually did good that day, because I know my whole numbers for sure. I know that. You start adding up those 4-digit numbers and fucking the division and shit, and don't even fractions and the fucking common denominator. I don't know none of that shit. I don't know any of that shit. I remember in 3rd grade in Mr. Carbone's class, when we were supposed to be learning like multiplication tables or whatever the fuck, it was so fucking crazy in there. It was like a total nut house. I've been in fucking nut house. I've literally been at the fucking insane asylum, like, within the last couple years many times, and it was way more fucking calm than my 3rd grade class at 30 school on Otis Street and Mr. Carbone's class. This motherfucker, God bless his soul. Now that I think about him, he put his fucking head down and he put his hands over his head and he just fucking let it happen, because it was just totally fucking out of control. So then when I think back and I'm like, I wonder why I don't know a lot of this shit. And I don't want to blame it entirely on the school district, but the school district was mad corrupt. And I remember Clifford Janey, the superintendent, he was stealing all kinds of money from the school district. Now I don't know if that's got anything to do with the education I did not receive, but motherfucker, that money was missing. I remember he came in to speak one day at our school, and I had to sit in the front because I always had to sit like where everyone could see me because I was not good. And he walked by and I said, "How's it going, Cliff?" Fucking teacher almost shit. It was fucking, you're supposed to call him Superintendent Janey. Oh, well, I was a fucking asshole, man. I was not a good kid. I was a little maniac. Stay in school so you could be in school with motherfuckers like me. But not really, though. Fucking do the best that you can in everything that you do. And if everything you do, if it's punching people in the face, fucking punch everybody in the face as hard as you can and fucking do your thing, man. Knock everybody out, because you never know. I mean, realistically though, for real, like if you do like punching people in the face and shit, you should get into some sort of competitive fighting, because jail sucks, man. Well, I'm going to try to work at getting a fucking guest this week so we could talk to somebody, because fucking lecturing everybody about what to do and not to do in their own life, no one wants to hear that shit. I'm going to get done with this. I'm going to upload it, and then we'll drop the fucking alcohol. The B925, if you're wondering, it's black 925 silver, the silver code on your silver jewelry, B925. I think that shit's gonna be nice. That's fucking real smooth stuff. All right, love you guys. I'm out of here.